Hello, and we are by Harry and Winston, where we just had an interesting sit-down with Neela Hayek, CEO of the brand. But let's immediately talk about the main talking piece of the brand. This is the Histoire de Tourbillon 7, and it is the 7th consecutive year that Harry Winston presents a special watch in that collection. We had seen biaxial, triaxial, couple tourbillons, tourbillons with a carousel, but this year they presented a double biaxial tourbillon. This is really quite a crazy piece. It comes in a 50mm wide case, so quite large. On the right side of the case you will see everything that is necessary to read the time. You will also find a quite interesting power reserve indicator with like a roll system, and on the left side that leaves plenty of space to admire this incredible mechanism. So when we say biaxial tourbillon, that means that the balance wheel is rotating in two different cages. The first cage rotates on itself in 45 seconds, the second cage in 75 seconds, and between the two you have a spherical differential to even out the time and obviously have an impact on the precision of the watch. This watch's movement is made out of 507 components, but each tourbillon is made out of 117 components by themselves, so it just shows the intricacy of those tourbillons. Quite mesmerizing. This watch will be limited to 20 timepieces, 10 with the red finish and 10 with the anthracite finish. Let's now talk about the Z10. This is a watch that comes in a special exclusive compound for Harry Winston called Xalium. It is an ultralight compound. And this watch went on a little diet because before it used to be in 44mm wide case, and now it went down to 42mm. One of the particularities of this watch is that it has a bi-retrograde system, one for the day indicator and the other one for a 30-second indicator. So let's now talk about a watch that is definitely more feminine. This is the Premier Precious Weaving. It is a new collection by the brand. We had seen something a little bit similar last year, but this time they've introduced a Japanese technique where you will find threads of silk, and in the middle of those you will find either mother of pearl or gold. It is very spectacular. It's really nice to see, very aesthetic. This is also an automatic watch and is limited to 30 timepieces in 4 different executions. Harry Winston also introduced a new collection dedicated to ladies. This is called the Emerald. It holds quartz movement compared to the other watches that all were mechanical automatic watches. So the watch starts here at 10,800 Swiss francs, but it can go much higher depending on the finishing, because you have obviously diamond versions of this quite nice watch, I have to say. As mentioned in the introduction of this video report, we had an interesting conversation with Miss Neela Hayek, CEO of the brand, and we discussed, for instance, the importance of mechanical movement into ladies' watch. And she mentioned something rather interesting, is that on high jewelry timepieces, there they will continue with quartz movement, because those kind of watches are not worn every day. You know, ladies will wear it 2 or 3 times a year, and therefore it is much more convenient naturally to have a quartz movement. But the good news is that we know that there's going to be a follow-on on the Opus series of watches, so we can expect an Opus 15 coming out anytime. I don't know yet exactly when, but at least they're going and continuing into that pretty fun and interesting route. So this is it for Harry Winston. See you soon.